Our first question comes from Rosalyn in Spring Hill. She says that I just found out I will be receiving about $100,000 from a life insurance policy after my grandpa passed away. I'm stunned by the amount because I really didn't expect it. So I have two questions. What should I do with this money? And I really want to be able to do something like this for my own grandkids one day. So how can I make that happen?
Well, one thing you could do is invest it all in Bitcoin. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I guess it depends on your risk tolerance, but I'm joking, of course, to make things a little lighter. We had a similar situation with my mom when my dad passed. Got this, life insurance death benefit and didn't know what to do with it. And it can be a challenge because you don't really know what to do with this found money. You get a little, windfall. It really comes down to what is the purpose of that money. So if the purpose is indeed for estate planning, like you want to do something like that for your grandkids, then you could do something like another life insurance policy. You could do a 5-pay or a single premium, and you don't have to worry about a bunch of ongoing payments in the future. You could also invest it in like a hybrid CD where you get a guaranteed rate of return for as long as you want, and then you could leave it to them. There's a lot of different strategies that are safe and that are guaranteed. But if you want it to live on, well, then you want to look at income producing investments. Maybe it's real estate, maybe it's a personal pension or an annuity. It depends on what is the purpose of that money to you. So that's something that we can definitely help you with. And maybe it's a little combo of both, right? Maybe you want to put $50,000 aside for estate planning and $50,000 for income planning. We can help you with that as well.
Okay, another question comes from Marcy in Nashville. She says that I've heard you mention longevity several times on the show, and I just don't think it's something that applies to me given my family history. If it's not a huge concern, is there a way to set up my money so I can do some fun things while I'm willing and able to do it, but also have a backup plan just in case I live longer than expected?
That's a great question, and it's a complex answer, but to simplify it, you need to have a bulletproof income plan, okay? You need to be able to have the flexibility and the liquidity of accessing your money for some fun things, but you also need to have a portion of your money that is guaranteed to pay you for the rest of your life, no matter how long you live. You want to bet on both sides of the coin, right? Maybe I don't live as long as I thought, but with modern medicine, maybe I do. Stanford research, I do talk about it a lot. By 2050, a century-long lifespan is going to be normal. And so if you happen to be in that category, do you have enough money to last until 100? So you need an expert to help you with that. You need to not put all of your money in long-term, but you also don't want to put all your money in short-term strategies. You want to have a little bit of a mix of both, if you would. And we can help you with that. And we can do it in such a way where you're not losing any of your principal, which is great.
Yeah, that's what I want to know about. So,
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Last question comes from Trent in Franklin. He says, is my Social Security benefit going to be taxed? I'm having trouble figuring out what to expect with that.
Yes.
It's a common question.
It is. And unfortunately, if you make more than like 40 grand a year, 44 grand, it will be taxed. And your Social Security, up to 85% of your Social Security will be taxed, which is unbelievable. You're paying taxes on the front end, you're paying taxes on the back end. That $44,000 number hasn't been updated since the 80s. So again, not good, right? How many people are earning more than 44,000? Like everybody, right? Especially in this area. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. Up to 85% of your Social Security can be taxed, and you just got to come up with a tax strategy. We can help you with that. We can come up with some strategies to keep your ordinary income tax level lower, and that way you can have a bright, amazing future, financially speaking. You can have that happiness and joy that you deserve without paying a bunch in taxes. Talk about a killjoy, right? Writing a massive check to the IRS. I hate that.
Nobody wants to do that.
No,
not
at all.
Before we go, I want to remind our viewers, take advantage of your resource library that you have to offer to the viewers. It is complimentary. You want to get that resource today. So we do appreciate you joining us.